Hi, this is Robert Oakley with your Home Source team at Home Smart Realty Group. Are you wondering how to net the most money when selling your home in the Colorado real estate market? Well, today we're going to share an interview we did with Ruth and Kevin Utterbach. Ruth and Kevin had been trying to sell their home on their own when we met them, and they were frustrated with the results. Even though they lived in the fabulous Legacy Ridge golf course community, they were still frustrated with the response they were getting. We discussed 7 reasons with them they said help them make more money and reduce the stress by hiring us for the job of selling their home. Your home is probably the most valuable asset you own, and if you are like most of our clients, you want to make sure you put the most money in your pocket and sell your home for the highest possible price. The first step in doing that is to make sure your home stands out from the crowd and is fully exposed to all the buyers in the market and to all the agents who have buyers who are financially qualified and ready to make an offer. Then you have to maintain a position of strength throughout the rest of the process. You have to be ready to defend your price through the inspection period, during the appraisal process, and all the way to closing. Ruth and Kevin discuss how our custom marketing plan brought them the most exposure and multiple offers to pick from, and got them their full asking price. Ultimately, they wanted to get their home sold for the highest price, to the strongest buyer, and with the least amount of hassles. But they also wanted to be sold and closed in the time frame that worked for them and their needs. And really, isn't that what most of our sellers and even buyers want? So please watch our short interview and leave any comments or questions you have below in the comment section. So tomorrow we're closing. We're finally done. Met you about 2.5 months ago. You were for sale by owners. Started off selling your home yourself and gave you a call. What's your experience been like? Tell, if you don't mind sharing this with my future clients as well, but can you kind of give people an explanation of why you decided to go with us versus continuing to sell on your own, the experience and how things went?
Well, I think when you called us, we were pretty adamant that we wanted to at least try the field with our own methods. And then when we had the discussion with you on the phone, actually, it intrigued us that you gave us a brief rundown on some of the other options that you have that we wouldn't have available to us. So that's when we entertained the idea of having you come out to the house and take a look at the property and give us your opinion on the price of the house, and then also the products that you could afford us to get our house out on the market beyond the MLS.
Marketing plan versus.
So it was very much the plan that you had and how well we worked together. I think that put us on board with you and your company to get it out there. It looked like it was going to be a lot more work than what we could do, and your product was able to get the word out way better than what we could have done on our own. So that was the impetus for us selecting you. In fact, we had probably fielded 25 to 30 phone calls from other real estate
calls from realtors,
and so yours was the one that stood out, and that's why we invited you out to our property. So
you mentioned a lot of them texted you or
phone calls,
emails, texts. Yeah.
Not many of them showed up, or
no, we didn't have anybody come by, but we had mostly phone calls and then texts.
Okay.
So we were real happy with your
good
presentation. You made us feel so comfortable when you came out to the house that morning. You were here a couple of hours, and I mean, we hit you with every question we could think of, but you didn't even flinch.
Good.
You answered our questions. You were very calm, very polite. You didn't seem like you were threatened in any manner. And we said before you came, we're not signing anything. And by the time you left, we signed, because we looked at each other and how do you feel? And we were so comfortable that we were like, oh, thank God, because then this puts it in your hands and not ours, and then we could just let you take it and go with it, and we could just relax. And how's everything going, Robert?
Yeah, enjoy the process.
Well, and I appreciate you saying that, because I know when I got that sense from you, you're a little stressed and kind of like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So you did some open houses, or what did you done on your own before?
We had open houses almost immediately.
On your end?
On our end before we talked to you.
How did those go for you? Did you have any offers there?
No, they were more, the one guy was somewhat serious. He was an out-of-town buyer, and then when he left, I didn't hear anything back from him. And then,
Was he the one, the realtor said he had an out-of-town buyer, or he was on his own?
yeah, no, he was,
had a realtor.
and his brother lived here local, so
Okay.
they came by and looked at the house. I don't know if it was something he was going to be interested in after he first
And we
saw
followed
it.
up with him, and they never did.
Right.
Yeah, because I gave you both of those.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the one gal that was actually local right around the corner was looking for something more with a main floor master for her folks. So that didn't work out either. So I think the house was a little bit too small for them. But that was the only two that we had. We had a lot of traffic, phone calls. You know,
A lot of realtors.
a lot of realtors.
Yeah.
Not too many. We had the neighbor across the street. He had just bought the house in December, and so he was looking for his brother, but his brother never showed up. So,
Yeah. They never came for open houses either, or, yeah.
you know, so
We had great response. I know the first, we put it out on Thursday or Friday morning, I guess it was.
yeah,
And you had 4 or 5 showings that day.
Mhm.
And it was bad weather during that period. So you had a lot of response. Open houses were great. And we lost track of how many we did, but we were getting 10 plus, 20 people, our couples, 70 people, I think, at just about every open house. 1 or 2 that were slow, but for the most part, we had really strong response. So had to make a couple of adjustments on the price to get it to where we really could drive some offers. Had one really crazy lowball offer from a realtor that was $30,000 under our asking price. And we just kind of balked at that, went back and forth. Ended up with really what would have been 4 offers. 2 of them decided just to wait because they said, well, there's no reason to put an offer in writing until we know, but they all wanted to put offers in. Ended up getting a full price offer at the price we were at, $575. So what was your experience after that? What did you feel as far as the inspection process and some of the things that went on that they tried to get out of us after that?
Well, the one portion that we thought it might have been just kind of a last ditch effort to see what they could get with, but it sounded like from the offer that they gave us and the time span for the reply that they wanted to tie this house down and they were just going to see what they could get.
Yeah.
And with your negotiation with them, we got them basically to take that ridiculous stipulation completely off the board, and then the rest of the was just normal inspections that we would do if we were buying a used property. So that was easy enough for us to schedule and get that paperwork over to you and then over to the buyer.
We see that a lot. We see people come in and they show up, they will give you a full price offer, everything looks great. And then as soon as they do the inspection, these people wanted a roof, or they wanted money for a roof. So I think they said their quote was 10 to 14,000. They wanted you to give them 10,000, and we gave them how much?
0.
We gave them nothing. We negotiated that out. So
we inspected the roof for them.
yeah, and that's what I like to help people to realize is that it's one thing to get the sales price you want, or more. Obviously, you want more as much as you can get, but there's a lot of steps after that where more negotiations can come into play. And so a lot of good agents are going to try to get their buyer the best deal. And that's especially if you're a buyer owner. You think, well, I got a great deal, but they don't know that buyer. The buyer's agent's working for the buyer to get them the best deal. And of course, we stood firm. So
Well, that's where we were so relieved, because in our driving back and forth to Grand Junction, we would have our weekly meetings with you. We were so relieved because Robert's going to handle this. We weren't even like, oh dear, what do you think? It was like, no, he's got this. He's going to negotiate on our behalf. And I mean, we so trusted you as our realtor that we didn't even give any thought to it. So any of the process, if anything came up, Kevin said, well, I'll just text Robert. And he'll handle it.
The communication was great.
The communication was fabulous. Our weekly meetings we looked forward to every week so that we could touch base with you. And you always said, do you have any, are you getting a little nervous or what's going on?
It's stressful.
You kept us really calm. And then when you put us at that price point was the magic number. And that's when the offers came in. And then the process afterward, it seemed like it all went very smoothly. And we really credit that to you as the realtor,
well,
because we would have hated to have been in that position. We wouldn't have known what to do.
What you could do even.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was funny because we were ready to maybe drop the price a little bit. I said, let's hold off a couple days because we're getting some good feedback from people. Sure enough, on Friday we had 3 people. We put the offers in. The 4th one that actually original lowball $30,000 under offer ended up being a backup offer at full price.
Right.
And so we did negotiate it back with that person. So we had backup offers in case, which is what helped us with the inspection issues. We have another buyer in place. If you're not happy, we're fine to let you go. We'll just move to the next person.
Right.
And so it's not just a matter of marketing up to the point of getting an offer. We had to market until. In fact, I just took the sign down today. So we want to
market till close.
Market until close. I don't ever put under contract on it because we don't want to stop people from looking. So it worked out good for you guys.
Well, and if anybody ever, put their house up for sale by owner, I mean, I understand our reasoning for do it, but when you came in and you made us feel so comfortable, and we knew that you had contacts that we could never have, and you had tools that we would never have, and you used those tools to your best advantage, and we were quite impressed with how you handled the whole from the beginning now through the closing of this process. And
appreciate
we
that.
would definitely recommend you.
Is it okay if I
highly.
share this video with people maybe?
No,
Absolutely.
please do. Please do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe Facebook, you'll see it, we're on Facebook together. So.
Yes, we are.
And, anybody wants to call you and ask you for a reference or?
Oh, we'll give it.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Well,
thank you for everything.
thank you. You guys have been great to work with. I know you're ready to get to the Grand Junction and start
are.
your next chapter of your life and move into a nice new house and be the first ones in the neighborhood. So were you the first one in this neighborhood too? Because I looked at your pictures you had and there wasn't many.
There wasn't too many houses that we were the first owners of this, so
Yeah.
it
So
was.
it's neat. It's a great experience. I mean, you start off together with a new house in your own place.
Yes.
A new chapter in your life. So.
Yes.
Really
But
excited.
I
Very
really
excited.
appreciate you guys working with me. We've enjoyed it. My office has been here, different people helping me, and everybody's had great things to say about the property. Our lenders that came in and did some videos with us. Everybody loved the property, so I'm glad we got it
It's a
sold.
great
and-
house.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So I know you'll miss it, but I know you'll enjoy the new one too. So
We're looking forward to it.
thanks again.
Thank
I won't
you,
keep
Robert.
any more. We'll let you go. But,
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank you for everything.
You
Thank-
bet.
Hey, thanks again for watching. I hope hearing from Ruth and Kevin about their experience will help you feel more comfortable and confident about hiring us for the job of selling your home. Please contact me anytime at 720-545-3135. Again, this is Robert Oakley with your Home Source team at HomeSmart Realty Group. We are your go-to source for everything real estate related, whether you're buying, selling, investing, remodeling, looking for financing help, or just have questions about how to make your home have its most value when you are ready to sell. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.